Hello, hello. Welcome to A Novel Console, your weekly podcast where we talk about books, games, food, and stuff that caught our attention during the week. My name is Chris, and with me is my beautiful co-host and wife, Karradyne.
Hello, my minions.
You sound like an overlord if he was Gollum.
I don't sound like Gollum.
You kind of did.
Okay.
Do Gollum. Do Gollum. Do Gollum.
I can't do Gollum.
Yes, you can. Try
I
it.
can't.
Try it.
Hello.
There you go. Exact same voice you did.
Oh, dear. That was not my goal.
Well, if this is your first time or 160th time,
Damn.
160 episodes, Karradyne.
If we'd been recording like we were supposed to, it would have been like 165.
Right.
Actually, it would have been way higher than that if we went all the way back to the beginning and recorded like we were supposed to.
It'd
probably be like 180 or so.
Yeah, I think we would be close to the
200.
200s. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially with all those episodes that are not numbered.
Oops.
That I recorded with other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I need you to record some of those next year with other people.
Kelly.
Yes.
I got the book.
And Carmen and all your other friends that like to read books.
Yes.
Hey, 160th time coming into the show. Welcome. We're glad you're joining us for an episode of A Novel Console. We hope you stick around, have some laughs, and maybe find some new things to enjoy. If you want to reach out to us, you could do it on our socials, which is basically at A Novel Console on every platform, or you can email us directly at anovelconsole@gmail.com. Or if you'd like to support us, you could do it over at patreon.com/anovelconsole. Karradyne.
You should also tell your friends about the show because sometimes when you do that, they listen to us. Our Spotify Wrapped even told us that some of our listeners told their friends about us. And you should leave us a review wherever you can because they help us be more discoverable. We got a very nice review the other day.
No, that was an AI.
Oh, we got a very nice review from ChatGPT.
It wasn't ChatGPT.
Shut up. It basically is. And if you want to be on Discord, send us an email saying so or go on that Twitter thing and tell us. Look for the pinned tweet. Don't tell us there. Look for the pinned tweet.
You can tell us too. But
well, yeah, whatever. If you're stupid and can't find it.
The thing that I sent you was... I think it's called like Google Batch or something. Mm-hmm. You ask it a question and it'll scour the internet.
Oh, okay, now I remember. So
I asked it, what's a Novel Console podcast? And it told us that.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And terrifying.
It knew us. It knew our names.
Maybe I should change one of my books.
Why?
For read and plays.
Oh, actually, I need to get your books. So
yes,
let's pause this real quick. All right, and that was a quick pause that you guys didn't even experience. I got
Isn't that amazing?
Right? The power of editing. I got your books, so now we're ready to start. We have a title for the episode, which I completely forgot about.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, important stuff that we got going on. First off, backlog winners. Are you ready to find out?
I guess so. Y'all somehow like read my mind every fucking time.
And can vote for the
ones.
Because
I wanted to read all of them, but after I read all the descriptions, the one I wanted to read the least one. Yep.
Speaking
I didn't even like voice that.
Speaking of.
But you bitched about it enough that I think it won.
Probably. It's probably up.
It's your fault.
Yeah. The terrible episode about BJ
Novak.
Yeah, Blowjob Novak.
That's so upsetting.
Was our most popular episode last year.
That's so upsetting.
And that's one that the patrons chose.
That is true.
And voted for. And you hate it. And it's, yeah. So.
It's very upsetting.
The power of Patreon. So we have Gideon the Ninth by Tamsin Muir.
Something like that.
A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison. The Ghost of Rose Hill by R.M. Romero. Sense and Second Degree Murder by Tirzah Price.
Tirzah Price.
You wanted The Ghost of Rose Hill to win when it was all tied up.
Well, I mean, I was honestly fine with any of them winning. Maybe not A Deadly Education. And not that I don't want to read it anymore. It's just out of the 5, it was the one that sounded the least interesting.
Well,
when they were tied, there was what? It was A Deadly Education,
Love Light Farms, and The Ghost.
Ghost of Rose Hill. I knew that Ghost of Rose Hill would be a really quick read for me because y'all know how much I struggle to read when I'm given deadlines.
Well, we don't have a deadline. It's whenever we finish.
Well, then it's going to be another 6 months like the last one
Because
was.
we're going to start doing a different thing now where whenever we finish something, we're going to sit down and record and then bank
That's our
that.
2024 thing?
Well, starting now.
Okay.
So, except for Read and Place, because Read and Place is just us bullshitting.
Yeah, that's at least a pretty short book. I can see it over there, and it's only a little bit thicker than this one that I'm going to talk about today.
A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. That's the one that won. Or we can spend an Audible credit on it. Get it over with so you can listen to it on your way to work and back.
I haven't been paying for Audible. I don't have any credits. I canceled my membership.
Oh, okay. Audible's
Well, I
canceled.
paused it, I guess you could say.
Yeah. So that one won with 33% of the votes.
Okay,
So-
that's a very small percentage, but
Right.
it won.
So I had Star Ocean, the second story R, Seventh Dragon 3 Coat VFD, Pokemon Scarlet, Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey Redux, and Tales of the Abyss, which, if you like listening to my voice, go listen to the Gaming and Collecting podcast with Bill Barber. We did an episode on the Tales of series. It's out now. It's fucking fantastic. It's 2 hours of us talking
Tooting your
about...
own damn horn.
It was Bill's great. Bill is fucking awesome because I feel like Bill is one of the few people where I can talk to about like weird games and he understands what I'm talking about because he's pretty much played everything. So
That's nice.
it's a great episode. It's 2 hours long. Go listen. Gaming and Collecting podcast. It's fucking awesome. So Star Ocean, the second story, R won by 44% of the votes. So I think people were very excited to see that there. I know Dave voted for it, and Dave is saying that he's loving the game, so I have high hopes for
Did
it.
Dave vote for A Deadly Education because he likes the name Naomi?
That's a good question. let me download the results.
I'll just never forget voting for Astrid because he likes the name Astrid.
Dave C. He voted for the Ghost of Rose Hill.
Who wrote that?
What?
I don't remember the author.
R.M. Romero.
Oh, well then, whatever. Anyway,
He probably writes the name Rose.
maybe.
So,
We'll go with that.
yeah, that's what he voted for. Yeah, remove those files. I don't need that. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for voting on
Yes.
the Backlog of Doom.
Thank you for paying $2 a month to vote for stuff like this.
Yes. Speaking of those $2 a month, right?
Paid for you to be able to hear this episode today.
Yes, because I pulled the money today and I paid for Spotify today.
You mean Buzzsprout,
Buzzsprout.
which includes Spotify.
Which yes. I
You paid for the episode to be on Spotify.
it's 11:18 in the morning. It's way too fucking early for this shit.
Oh my God. 11:18 is too early.
I haven't been awake for an hour.
Take me back to 2000.
What?
That's when that was too early.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't been awake for an hour, so. Next up, we have Godzilla.
We do. Gojira.
Tell me about Godzilla.
Godzilla
Godzilla -1.
yes,
The movie that's
Godzilla -1.
in theaters right now.
Yes, I mean, the trailer looked really cool, but I didn't really care to go see it because, you know, foreign language film. Got to read subtitles for not 2.5 hours, but more than 2 hours. And there are no comfy movie theaters here. Yay! But we did it. I'm glad we did it because it was great.
Seats weren't bad. I felt like I was in a hole the entire time.
But I'm glad we sat where we did and we could use that railing.
Oh, yeah.
Because
That made
it
a
would have
difference.
been really uncomfy if we had not had that.
Yeah. Movie was fucking
It's
great.
a great movie. Yeah, I didn't pay attention enough to the trailer, I think, to know that it all took place in the 40s. Or was that clear at all in the
I saw the trailer a couple of times. No fucking idea at all. So
Yeah, because when we kept staying there, I was like, oh, okay, so this is like I thought the beginning of the movie was just like a little backstory for him. No,
For
we
Godzilla.
stayed there the whole time.
yeah. We stayed in
Advanced
the 40s.
just a couple of years.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
I think 47 was like the last year.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Speaking of that beginning, holy shit, those first 15 minutes are insane.
They are.
That That is the most terrifying I've ever seen Godzilla, ever.
This movie in general was the most terrifying I've ever seen Godzilla.
Like, you
never had an, Godzilla moment. Nope, there was none of that.
No.
There is no redemption arc for Godzilla. Godzilla does not help the people. We are not rooting for Godzilla. No.
Usually in the Godzilla movies, I'm like, yeah, Godzilla, get him, kill all the humans. In this one, I was like, holy fuck,
kill Godzilla.
Don't kill Godzilla. It was super fucking scary.
It was cray-cray.
So before we went to watch the movie, I had seen a bunch of TikToks about the movie because apparently TikTok's in love with the movie now, and I am a very Godzilla-centered TikTok haver. And people were like, oh, this movie's amazing. It's the best movie I've seen all year. Godzilla's terrifying. The story with the humans is good. Not like in all the other Godzilla movies where you're just sitting there waiting for the humans to get off screen to go back to the giant monsters. And honestly, yeah, Godzilla's fucking terrifying. When he shows up that first time and it's nighttime and like you can barely see him with the spotlights, holy shit. I did not expect him to be that scary.
He's quite scary.
Luna might be barking.
We might hear more of Luna than normal.
Yeah, she wants pizza.
She's pissed.
Yeah. So what did you think? Do you think it was great?
Oh, I thought it was wonderful. I don't want to spoil too much, but I thought the story was really good. Really good. And I was surprised by how much it like knocked their own part.
Like how they talked about the Japanese government during the war.
Yeah. It was very good. Very good. The story was great. I was afraid I would be miserable, like I was in those two movies you made me watch. Okay. They were terrible. Wasn't that one like very sci-fi?
Yes.
Yeah.
Final Wars.
Shoot me.
The best part of Final Wars is when Japanese Godzilla kills American Godzilla. That's the best part.
It's terrible.
Yeah, the characters were great too. The doctor was fantastic. The captain was fucking great. He was a laugh a minute.
The main character makes you cringe a little bit when he gets a little too emotional. He's not exactly the best
at crying,
at portraying emotion. Bless his little heart.
Yeah.
He struggles.
But he's also a ball of PTSD the entire
he is.
movie.
He got some bad PTSD. Bad.
So
can't blame him.
I feel like he was set up to lose from the beginning of the movie because he lands his plane because he was supposed to be a kamikaze fighter. So that starting off, you're already supposed to die for your country. So.
He's defected.
And then it just gets worse from there for him.
Yeah. But it's a very, very good movie. Highly recommend.
It's fucking great. I think I read somewhere that it's going to be a trilogy of movies, so we're going to get 2 more following this storyline. And I hope that we do, and I hope that they follow the same energy as this movie, because this movie was just fucking go from the start. It
looks amazing.
Oh, yeah. They only had a $15 million budget for the entire movie, which is
fantastic.
Not a lot, and it looked amazing.
I don't know how they did it.
Oh, yeah.
Because it really doesn't look... I don't know. Like, I never felt like, oh, my God, this is so fake.
And they put a lot of attention to detail on what happened to Godzilla in the movie. Because he, like, gets shot, obviously, because it's a giant fucking monster, and that's what they do in these movies. You can see throughout the entire movie the scars of where he got shot and blown up and whatnot. So it's very, very good. It has great attention to detail. So definitely go watch it in the theater because it is a fucking experience. It is amazing. I want to go watch it again.
Gojira -1.
Godzilla -1. Yeah. Okay, so what's next?
What is next? Our taste test?
Yes.
We have weird snacks?
Yes. So I have been playing a lot of...
Yakuza.
Yes, Like a Dragon Gaiden, which now Yakuza is called Like a Dragon.
Like Godzilla.
And Yakuza does this thing to me that it makes me want Japanese snacks very badly. Because you go to different restaurants and stores and stuff in the game, and they obviously have the picture of what you're buying. So if you're getting a onigiri, they have a very high definition picture of an onigiri, and they do that with the food. So I wanted some senbei really bad. So I looked up an Asian market, and I found this fucking crazy amazing Asian market in Columbus, Georgia. It looks like it had just opened up. It doesn't look like it's been there for long. Right? It looks like it's still part under construction, and like everything looks new.
Yeah.
Buggies and the carts and the baskets and everything looked brand new.
That's true. Yeah, you got a point.
Yeah. So I think this place is like brand new. I don't remember the name. Maybe I should look that up. Asian market near me. It's probably going to give me the ones in... okay, here we go. So it's called, apparently according to Google, Asian Supermarket Columbus, Georgia. Which is, yeah, I guess.
I think the outside of it said Asian Supermarket.
Yeah?
I think.
Okay.
It was late. I was tired. I was hungry. I had to pee.
Yeah. So we went inside. I found my senbei. This senbei is different from all the other ones that I've had because it's salty and sweet at the same time. It's very salty, and then it has like frosting on top, so it's sweet. It's very good. I really like it. I think it's a rice cracker. I don't. You hated it the few times that you had it.
The few times you got it in Orlando, I did not like it at all.
Maybe try this one. Maybe you'll like how salty it is, and then the little bit of sweet. It's very good. But then they also have like this massive aisle of chips and Oreos and cookies and like drinks. Next time we got to get a bunch of drinks.
Mochi.
Yeah. Mochi. Shit, we should have waited to have the buns today. Because we bought also coconut egg buns.
I couldn't resist. I had to know.
So good.
I had to know.
Amazing.
They were fucking phenomenal.
Right.
I can't wait to eat the rest of the carton.
This week we're probably going to go back. And we're going to spend like $200 just on snacks because I want to scour their drink aisle because their drink aisle is fucking long as shit. Like the supermarket is ginormous and the aisles are from like the entrance all the way to the back of the store.
Did you look at the alcohol at all to see if they had your
Sapporo? I did not. We didn't.
We should.
Yeah. So they had like shrimp, lays, like barbecue grilled beef lays, fucking strawberry Oreos, which I regret not getting.
Lobster, crab.
Right. So we need to like go and buy a bunch of shit. And like I said, we need to go and buy a bunch of buns and just have like a day of just eating buns for dinner where we just steam our entire dinner. Just eat.
I am totally okay with that.
Because I was looking at the buns and they do have a bunch of awesome buns and their ice cream selection is awesome. They have Gari Gari Kun, which is a soda flavored popsicle. It's quote unquote soda, but it's more like seltzer, but it's a little bit sweet. And when you bite into it, it's very icy, but it's like very crumbly icy, and it crunches when you bite into it. And that's why they call it gari gari, which apparently that's the noise that they think it makes. It's strange. Anyways.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're going to have a bunch of shit when we go there next time. So for this, I picked out some Oreos, right? Because I wanted to have the strawberry ones. And I saw these, right? Okay, can you take a quick picture of this?
Honey, that's not a strawberry.
I know that's not.
You know that now.
I know that
but
now.
I can't believe you thought it was a strawberry.
I thought it was a strawberry because I saw it from far away.
Nope.
It's a raspberry. So it's raspberry and blueberry Oreos. So they have half a cream raspberry, half a cream blueberry. That's one of the snacks we're having. I thought it was going to be strawberry and blueberry, so I was very excited. But it's not. We have also cared and picked out seaweed flavored Lays.
I love seaweed.
You said that these were from Japan? Or that's what the text...
That's what the translator detected.
Take a picture of them. before we open. And Karradyne, mute your mic.
No, they need to hear all the crinkling. All of it!
And he's such a fucking animal sometimes. It's muted. She said, I'm sorry to the muted mic. And then I picked, what was this again?
Oh, hold on. Let me pull up the screenshot.
You took
The
a screenshot of
screenshot
it?
says, let me get to it.
So I thought it was bacon flavored. No, I thought it was like some sort of Korean barbecue.
It says charcoal grilled 5 flour meat flavor.
5 flour meat flavor. Take a picture.
And it's literally flour as in
flour.
a flour,
Flour
not
like a plant.
not cooking flour.
Maybe it means 5 spices.
Maybe.
It might be 5 spice.
5 spice grilled meat.
5 spice grill? Yeah, like that's a seasoning. That's popular in Asian culture. 5 spice.
We're going to find out.
Okay, so which one do you want to start with?
Let's start with mine.
Okay, open it up. Mute yourself. We're starting with the seaweed flavor. I think it's going to be atrocious. What's it smell like?
It smells like a normal lay.
Like it?
Stinky, sweaty, wet,
Like Budusi?
moist. It smells like normal Lay's chips.
Really?
Tame.
Okay, mute before Will starts bitching. Oh, come on. How is it? Is it good? You're making a face. I don't like the face you're making.
I detect no seaweed at all.
Really?
Really. It just tastes like kind of sweet Lay's.
Okay. Let me see here.
Well, okay, wait. No, I taste it now.
I smell seaweed.
It's very subtle.
I smell
Very,
very,
very
subtle
subtle.
seaweed. Let me try this. Maybe you just got like a lei that wasn't very coated in the seasoning.
Maybe. It's also been a hot minute since I've eaten seaweed paper. Do you really taste it? Really?
Oh yeah.
Aftertaste?
Aftertaste. Like after it's all mushed up. And
Yeah, now I feel like I've been eating seaweed paper.
now I taste the seaweed.
It's good. Like it doesn't really taste weird.
I
And then
like
you just
it.
get hints of seaweed. Yeah, that's fine.
I like it.
I was afraid we would throw these away and not eat them.
Yeah,
So-
these are pretty good.
Yeah, they're not bad.
These are like giant bags too.
Yeah, there's a substantial bag.
What did these cost? Like $4.99, $3.99?
This one was $4.99. Yours was cheaper, I think. Because I was gonna put this one back. Yeah, the more you eat of it too, I think it builds. It's good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's not in your face. It I don't know. I almost worried that it would smell fishy. I know that doesn't really make sense, but you know,
I get it. I get what you're coming
it's
from.
really good. I like them.
Maybe when you make that, Will just turned off the podcast. He's never going to listen again. Will just left the Discord.
I'm sorry.
Maybe when you make that tuna melt that you want to make, or not tuna melt, the tuna sushi casserole, you're muted.
The tuna casserole.
Thing you want to make,
Thingy.
maybe we can eat them with these lace.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Am I making that today?
yes, because I don't know if you're going to like what I'm making for dinner.
Okay, cool.
Because that's more for me.
It's a pork loin. I know. I'm normally only going to eat a little bit of it anyway.
Well, I'm going to brace it. I'm going to try to make it into like a Japanese braised pork loin so I can eat sandwiches or eat it with white rice or whatever. So, okay. This was great. This was a win.
Pleasant surprise.
What?
Pleasant surprise.
Oh, yeah. Was not expecting it to be that good. Okay, let's try the 5 flour.
I'm scared.
Oh, God. I mean, mute this shit.
Because, I mean, it looks like turkey bacon on the front. You struggling? You need me to open it for you? I opened the other bag with no problem. You just made the bag fart. Here, let me
Oh my God,
let me
I
try.
can't open it. What the fuck? Oh. Shit. Give me that.
I want to taste it first.
Let's smell it. What's it smell like?
It smells very stinky.
Like Luna? Is it beefy?
Yeah, it smells like beef jerky.
Okay, that's a good sign.
Smells
Because it's
very
supposed
much
to be.
like beef jerky.
It's supposed to be beefy. Okay, let's see what you think. What are those faces? We really need to start doing this on video.
That is a beef jerky potato chip.
As beef. Oh, I am excited now. Oh God, it doesn't smell like beef jerky.
Yes, it does.
No, it smells kind of like soup, like French onion soup and
I say
dog
beef
food.
jerky. Oh, yeah, that's a dog food potato chip. I taste it now. That is totally Luna's food with some broth.
Uh-huh.
You're so concerned.
That kind of tastes like coffee.
Coffee? What? No, it does not. You're insane. No. Dog food, yes. Like I can literally smell her food bowl right now.
I like these.
You like dog food?
I like these a lot.
You know whose dog food it smells like?
Whose?
Olivia's. Yeah, it smells like Olivia's
Pedigrees.
food. Yeah, the wet.
Pedigree, pouch, dog food.
You like them? I mean, I don't hate them. I don't want another one. But I don't want any more. I'm good.
That's interesting.
You know, all I can think about is dog food.
I like that.
Okay, good for you. We'll get you some pedigree. It'll be cheaper diet.
Maybe I'll start scratching behind my ear with my foot.
Oh my god, I can't.
That was good. That was pretty. That was interesting.
Okay.
Actually, it kind of tastes like those packets of like pasta that they sell at the supermarket. They're like beef stroganoff or whatever that
Like
they're,
hamburger helper stuff.
but they're like with the tuna, and all you have to do is like put them in the microwave, and then you can eat them.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Oh shit.
Oh, they're little sleeves.
Okay, I was.
That's nice.
Take a picture of this. Don't open it. I'll open another one.
It's a sleeve of feels like probably 5 or so.
Yeah, just about. It's not very big, but this shit's adorable. That's pretty
Very cute.
Yeah. All right, let's see if I struggle with opening this. I didn't want to put any more torque into that shit because I didn't want potato chips flying everywhere.
Luna would be so happy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You can go first since I robbed you of the last 2 experiences.
Okay, so I just opened it up. I just blueberry.
Yeah? Like super blueberry?
Blueberries.
Like really fake blueberry?
Fuck, no.
No?
Well, kind of tastes like a blueberry candy. Is it sour?
Keep going so I can taste it. Ah! Oops.
That is. Oh, that is good. I don't think you're gonna like it.
I don't think so either. No. No. It smells like the fakest candy ever. Smells like movie theater candy. Am I ready? No.
When you eat it with the cream by itself, I really like the blueberry. The raspberry, I don't care for it. It's not bad, but it's not great. When you eat it with the chocolate cookie, that's fucking money. That's good. Try it out. I just wanted you to try the cream first, and you just went straight into the cookie. No, you don't like it. Give me try the cream by itself. Didn't you? You just say the blueberry part, right?
This is terrible. This is so bad.
Is your mic on?
Yeah, it's on.
Oh.
Oh, God. It's so fake.
Eat the whole cookie. Eat that whole piece. That face you're making. What's it like? What are you thinking?
The epitome of fakeness. Oh my God, that's so bad. Oh. That is so fucking bad. Oh.
I like it because it tastes like a regular Oreo, right? Like a regular white cream Oreo. But then you get like a hint of blueberry as you're chewing.
It was terrible. No, that's not even a hint of blueberry. That is a hint of fake.
Well, you also went cream first into your tongue.
It's disgusting.
I'm just going to try like a regular cookie by itself.
I think you're crazy. I don't really like Oreos anyway, so that probably doesn't help. But it's so fake. So fake. The blueberry side does at least taste more like blueberry than the raspberry side tastes like raspberry. But
Hey, call your mom in here.
no, thank you.
Let's have
Lord.
her try this.
Uno momento. Por favor.
John's here. So
Hi.
let's make her try one of these Oreos. So these are blueberry and raspberry,
She knows.
supposedly Japanese Oreos. They can barely hear you. You need to get down.
She sniffed it first and made a really horrified face. Luna really wants to sniff it so bad.
Do I have to eat it?
Yes, you have to.
You have to eat it.
That's why you're in here.
Because we know you love raspberries and blueberries
Right.
and Oreos.
Does she love Oreos? She
I don't
like
think so.
putting Oreos and
I
stuff.
think she likes them more than I do.
Yeah, definitely. She's not making faces.
You get
She's
the blueberry
concerned.
Side, I think. Now that's the raspberry side. Oh, Luna, no.
That's a bad dog. What do you think?
Well,
Mm-hmm.
with Oreo in my mouth, it tastes better than it smelled. But I would not eat a second one.
Well, you gotta finish that one.
Okay.
She's got one bite left. What are you complaining about?
Luna.
That's
No.
a bad dog, Luna.
It tastes like an Oreo with bubble gum in the middle.
Yeah. That's a good point.
okay.
Yeah.
It
That
does taste
With
like
bubble
bubble gum. Like double bubble.
so we opened it, and like I tasted it, and I got the blueberry side 1st, and it was good. But then I kind of started feeling like little sour crystals. So that's kind of fucking weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't hate them.
It's not terrible.
I like them
I
actually,
wouldn't want-
but they're strange.
Thanks for letting me try it.
All right. Thanks for being on, John.
Bye, everybody.
That was fun.
Me again.
Yeah.
In case
You're so far away.
I am.
You're gonna.
Oh, I'm muted. I thought I unmuted. I muted instead of
Oh my
just
God.
leave it. It's fine. They know I'm struggling. It's me again.
You were like really far away, so look at whenever you talked, it did
Oops.
pick up, but you know, I told you to get close to the mic.
I'm close to the mic now.
Anyways, are we ready for read and plays?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, this is read and plays.
This week we're doing read and plays again. That thing that I basically forgot we did because it's been so long since we did it. Yay!
145. I muted.
Don't hate.
Episode
Don't
145 is last time we did a read and plays.
Shit. Yeah, because like last week when we didn't record, I was like, we can't record. I haven't finished any books because I forgot that read and plays was a thing.
To be fair, we did do all of October was reviews.
Fuck my life.
November, we did more reviews. And shit.
Because we did the backlog.
And then you weren't on for a couple of episodes because I had guests on. Then we had backlog. So it's been a while.
Been a hot minute.
Oh, yeah. I like read and plays. They're fun.
They're easy.
Super easy. They're super easy to edit, too. I don't have to put in a bunch of music and shit.
So I think my first book of the week is The Last Cuentista
The Last Cuentista. Yeah.
by Donna Barba Higuera.
Higuera.
Higuera?
Yeah.
Higuera?
Higuera.
Okay. Duolingo hasn't taught me that name.
So when you see GUE or GUI, it's Gi or Ge. Right.
Okay.
If you see two dots on top of the U, then it's Gue or Gui.
Okay.
So does she have two dots on top of the U?
No.
Then it's Ge.
Okay. Higuera.
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 Yeah.
Okay. So this book was recommended to me by my books to bestie, Erin, because she did like my full 12 books from 12 friends that you should read this year. I read one of them, and I'm in progress of reading the second one. Here we go. I also like just, I don't know. I'm looking at this and I see I started reading this book at the end of August, and it is December 3rd.
To be fair,
life sucks.
No. Once we moved here, it just felt like like no time happened. It feels like we fell into December. We've been here for 7 months, 6-7 months.
It'll be 8 months at the end of this month. It'll be 8 months. Holy shit.
At the end of December?
At the end of December, yes.
Yeah.
December 22nd specifically. It'll be 8 months.
It feels like, you know that the episode in Rick and Morty when the sun comes up and it's screaming?
Yeah.
It feels like that, but just a full day of that.
Yeah.
That's what these past 8 months have been.
And like, even though life is a lot better, I think for both of us, there was a big adjustment period at the beginning, and me not having a job for like the first 3 months that we were here.
And driving
that was still
75
really hard.
miles every day to make $10 an hour, which barely covered your gas.
Shut up. We're not going there. Anyway.
Don't make me.
And then I now have a job that I love very, very much, and I think you enjoy yours. I think you struggle with it when you're on call, but you
like
still
right now.
enjoy it. It's just, even though we're in better places, I'm still struggling because I am constantly struggling. It's okay.
What you need to do, and I've told you this before.
Tell my family I can't do anything with them ever.
No. Well, yeah. Is learn how to say no.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is put your fucking phone away.
Yeah. Yeah. My phone is a problem.
Because I can count.
It's been a consistent problem here lately.
I can count the days and the time actually where I leave you on the couch and you're on your phone. Oh, I'm going to read soon. I come in here. I start playing video games. I come out like at 9:30. I'm going to go to bed and you're still on your phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you got to learn how to put your fucking phone away is what you got to do.
One day the podcast will not be about my forms of depression. Anyway.
But that day is not today.
It is not today. No. Okay. So the last Quintista. Let me read you the synopsis because that's easier than me trying to make this make sense. There lived a girl named Petra Peña who wanted nothing more than to be a storyteller like her abuelita, but Petra's world is ending. Earth has been destroyed by a comet, and only a few hundred scientists and their children, among them Petra and her family, have been chosen to journey to a new planet. They are the ones who must carry on the human race. Hundreds of years later, Petra wakes to this new planet and the discovery that she is the only person who remembers Earth. A sinister collective has taken over the ship during its journey, bent on erasing the sins of humanity's past. They have systemically purged the memories of all aboard, or purged them altogether. Petra alone now carries the stories of our past, and with them, any hope for our future. Can she make them live again?
That kind of sounds fun.
It is actually very fun, but it's also very terrifying, because, like, she wants to be a Quintista like her abuelita, but like her parents are scientists, and that's why they were chosen. They were some of the people chosen to go to this new planet before the comet destroyed Earth. I don't want to spoil all of it, but basically, like, I feel like there were things already in motion before their ships even took off, and like they thought that they were gonna go into hypersleep or whatever, and like be fed things teaching them all the way there, because they were going to be in hypersleep for years and years. I think hundreds of years, if I remember correctly. And like she wanted to be a storyteller, but her parents wanted her to be a scientist. So the guy who was like building her program or whatever was like, well, I'm going to give you all this science stuff, but I'm also going to tell you a bunch of stories. Don't worry. But then like for whatever reason, and she's got something. It's been so long since I started reading the book. There's something about her that was like some sort of birth defect that her parents are trying to hide. I can't remember if it's like that she's like blind in one eye or one of her eyes is a different color or something. I don't know. I started reading this book in August and it's December. I wonder if her programming like didn't work right because of that. I don't know. But basically, like, it was like she was mentally aware the entire 900 years, basically, that it took to get there. And her memories were not wiped the way that everybody else's were. And she's, like, in this little pod with all these other teenagers.
Imagine 900 years.
Of just being awake in a pod, like, not able to move.
You will come out of those 900 years begging for a bullet.
Yeah.
That is horrific.
Right? And she was only, like, 11. She's, like, 11 or 12. But now she's like telling stories to all these people on the ship, and but it's terrifying because one of the things, like when she's telling a story, she's talking about like how she wants to be a cuentista because she wanted to like keep like the magic of storytelling alive, because all stories at that point all books when they left Earth were being written by AI. Everything was AI. And this is set, I think it's only set like 20 years in the future. But yeah, it's enjoyable. I actually recommended it to your aunt, and she already read the whole thing and loved it. So I had to tell her not to spoil anything for me. And she's like, "What? You haven't read it already?" I'm like, "Well, I've been reading it for a couple months."
Okay, so I kind of have an issue with part of that story structure. I've always kind of had an issue with when in movies or books or whatever, they are like, "Oh, you're going to go into hypersleep, but we're going to force feed your brain information." Like, cool. I have no doubt that can be done.
I'd love to wake up as Albert Einstein.
Right.
And have done nothing, no work.
But here's the problem with it. At least to me, it seems like it's a problem. Let's say that you were force-fed information on how to do a perfect backflip, right? And when you wake up, in theory, you should be able to do a perfect backflip. You've never actually done one. So when you try, how does your body know, or how can you recall the exact memories of how to do a perfect backflip? Same with like being told like all of these stories. How do you know what's the correct path to how the story goes if you've never really experienced it consciously?
I don't fucking know.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get it.
I like the concept and it's cool
just
and everything,
works.
but
it just works.
How does it
don't
work?
Question it.
That's what I want to know. How does it work?
Well, maybe while you're in hypersleep, they can teach you how it works.
Can you imagine?
Spend the next 900 years understanding how all aspects of hypersleep and learning things works.
They teach me how to make docal orange, and I wake up and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do with this orange.
I have ordered an Hungarian goose. Sorry. You just triggered like all the Frasier food Frasier quotes. Sherry Niles.
So are you enjoying The Last Cuentista?
Yeah. Not as much as I thought I would. Like knowing what it was about, I thought I would be enjoying it more. But I don't think it helps that like I put it down for like a month and then go back to it, and put it down and go back to it.
That kind of makes everything go stale.
Yeah. But, you know, the last book I'm going to talk about, I did that with it, and then I wound up devouring it in 2 days.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Sometimes you just need some horny books to make you want to read again.
Yep. So I'm just going to go ahead and bat off from the start. Just home run this shit.
Okay.
My first game, Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name.
Is that the one you're playing right now?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the Yakuza new
Gojira!
No.
Gojira!
That's racist.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Is it really?
Kind of. It's because you're white. That's the only reason why it's racist.
So if you say it, it's okay?
Kind of.
That's fucked up.
Have Puerto Ricans ever been oppressed? No.
Pretty sure you were.
My grandma was black, so.
Oh my God. Wasn't Puerto Rico like technically
I think it was.
Was it ever a colony?
It's always been a colony.
Well, yeah, it is technically still a colony, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's so terrible. Man, that's fucked.
Anyways, like a dragon Gaiden.
Damn.
The man who erased his name. So this is the newest Yakuza quote unquote game. This takes place after Yakuza 6. It runs parallel to Yakuza 7, Like a Dragon, which is Ichiban's game, which is the one that I was holding onto the couch for dear life so I wouldn't cry because the ending was fucking
If you ever cry,
emotional.
you call me in here so I can watch you.
Okay, so the reason why I started this game is because on Twitter, Gene Park, a famous game journalist, posted this game was fantastic. I wasn't planning on playing it. You know, it just made me cry and whatever. And I quoted his tweet, and he replied to it, being like, "It broke me." So I was like, okay, then I guess I'm going to have to play it then. So apparently the ending is way more emotional than Like a Dragon. And Like a Dragon had me fucking holding on to my man tears. So that's kind of the reason why I started playing it. But it feels so good to be back in Kiryu's shoes. It feels so good to be back to being the Dragon of Dojima. As much as I love Ichiban and how goofy he is, Kiryu's still the fucking man. This game is fan-fucking-tastic. I am on chapter 2 or 3. I am in Sotenbori, which is the fictional version of the town called Dotonbori in Japan. So it's kind of like casinos, red light district, fucking game halls, arcades, bunch of restaurants, cabaret clubs. And it's a very small map, right? It's a very tiny map. But there's so much shit to do. Like you can, like the other day, I was doing a set of missions where you meet this lady, and this lady has like an information network, and she wants you to help her grow the information network by helping people throughout the city. And once you help them, then they're like, okay, so if we learn anything, we'll just tell the information agency. And you're growing that shit. And one of the people that you had to talk to get to join the agency just wanted to learn how to play pool, right? And Luna's barking; she's mad. He just wanted to learn how to play pool. I spent 2 hours playing pool in the game.
What the fuck?
I had done the mission. I just kept going back to playing pool, right? And then this other person, there was this other thing that I had to get because they brought back the pocket racers. The pocket racers are like these little cars that you build, you put motors into it, tires, specialized shit, right? And then you race them on a track against a whole bunch of other people.
Mario Kart!
Kind of, but you don't drive. You just look at it. So I got sucked into that, and I was like, oh, I need this specific part, but the specific part is only sold at the golfing range. So I went to the golfing range, and I spent like an hour and a half just playing golf for fun after I had gotten the money that I needed to buy this piece that I needed for my little racer cart.
That's pretty cool.
There's so much stuff to do. And like the thing is, because you have this information network, Yakuza is known for having like sub-stories, which is like you're walking around town and like the most insane shit happens. Like in Yakuza 0, you're walking around town, you meet Magic Mike Johnson.
Oh.
Or Michael Johnson. It's supposed to be like a parody of Michael Jackson in Japan, and he's filming his Thriller video with the dude who directed E.T., Steven Spielberg, as the director for the music video.
What?
So they hired a bunch of people to dress up as zombies, and they have to attack Magic Michael, or whatever his name is,
Magic
right?
Michael,
They have to attack him, and they have to make it as realistic as possible. So like, just attack him. Don't worry about hurting him. So your job in that mission is to fight off the zombies that are trying to hurt Michael Jackson as he's dancing and singing down the street, right?
That's ridiculous.
So there are a bunch of stupid shit like that happening throughout the entire games. And in this game, they made it into kind of like this collection of missions that you have to do. And I feel like that's a whole lot better than just finding it out on randomly. Because you just go to the lady that owns the information network and talk to her, and she just gives you the missions to go do.
That's fun.
And like one of them is like, oh, go fight the Red Peacocks. And it's this gang of people who are only dressed in red. You beat them up. And at the end, after you beat all of them up, the leader's like, can you teach me how to be strong like you?
Oh my God.
And then he joins you so that you can use him in the Coliseum to go fight other people.
That's wow.
The game is fucking amazing.
Sounds like it's on crack.
It's great. It's so good. And the story's so good because it takes place after Yakuza 6. In Yakuza 6, Kiryu, spoilers, quote unquote, died. Because he has this little orphanage. And part of the reason why he died is so that the orphanage would be protected and people wouldn't come after the kids. So he died, and now he's working for like this government agency doing stuff for them. And the government agency will take care of him and the kids as long as he's willing to do whatever they say. And it runs parallel to Yakuza 7. So like at one point, you're like, oh, there's this dude with this crazy haired dude living there. Don't bother them. Because their crazy haired dude got shot. It's something that happens very early on in Yakuza 7. And Kiryu's like, oh, cool, okay. And it's so fucking good. It's so good. I think it's like $40 or $50 on a PlayStation Network because it's only digital. And I think that's the best purchase I've made the entire year. This is definitely going to crack my top 5 of games I've played this year.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. What's your next book?
My next book is Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. So this is a book that I started reading at the beginning of October because I was like, ooh, let me reread Northanger Abbey for Spooky Month.
Is there like
So it's
South Happiness?
Abbey?
Yeah. or West Melancholy Hill?
Oh my God. Melancholy.
Melancholy?
What's east? What's east gonna be?
East Apathy Church?
You're terrible.
I don't fucking know.
Oh my God. So let me just first start with
It's Northanger. It's got to have more emotions everywhere. Like, what's Southwest?
a wonderfully entertaining coming-of-age story. Northanger Abbey is often referred to as Jane Austen's Gothic parody. Decrepit castles, locked rooms, mysterious chests, cryptic notes, and tyrannical fathers give the story an uncanny air, but one with a decidedly satirical twist. The story's unlikely heroine is Catherine Morland, a remarkably innocent 17-year-old woman from a country parsonage. While spending a few weeks in Bath with a family friend, Catherine meets and falls in love with Henry Tilney, who invites her to visit his family estate, Northanger Abbey. Once there, Catherine, a great reader of Gothic thrillers, lets the shadowy atmosphere of the old mansion fill her mind with terrible suspicions. What is the mystery surrounding the death of Henry's mother? Is the family concealing a terrible secret within the elegant rooms of the abbey? Can she trust Henry, or is he part of an evil conspiracy? Catherine finds dreadful portents in the most prosaic events until Henry persuades her to see the peril in confusing life with art. Executed with high-spirited gusto, Northanger Abbey is a light-hearted yet unsentimental commentary on love and marriage. So
Love and marriage goes together like horse and carriage.
Okay, so I actually, looks like I read this. Yeah, I read this my freshman year in college. Freshman year, Sorry. I'm aging myself. My senior year of college. Oops. Senior year, final semester. I found this one professor, Dr. Tobin, that I absolutely loved. Because I had taken a Jane Austen exclusive class, but that professor was just a little too cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for me. She was way too invested. Whereas Dr. Tobin loved to teach Jane Austen, but in a very, very chill manner. Very chill. And I had never read Northanger up to that point, so we read it. And I think I appreciated the satire more then because I had recently read things like is it Anne Radcliffe's The Italian? I don't remember.
Use your words.
And one of Anne Radcliffe's Gothic novels.
Okay.
And I'd been reading like Wuthering Heights and Jane Eyre and stuff, and I just found it really funny that Jane Austen decided to poke fun at stuff like that. She was very ahead of her times. In her wit and everything, but oh my god, reading it now is like pulling teeth, because this was never one of my favorites, and I think I'm just at a place right now where if I'm going to reread a book, especially a classic, it needs to be a favorite, because I'm just really not feeling it, and Catherine's really getting on my nerves. She's not a great heroine, just kind of stupid. She's actually very stupid. But I think that's part of the intention here. So Jane Austen is brilliant for, she knew what she was doing. But yeah, I decided I was going to read it for Spooky Month because, Gothic, even if it is a parody. But I've just now gotten to the Gothic parts. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm so over it. I should finish it today. No.
Oh.
I've only got like an hour left.
Okay.
Mainly because I've started skimming. But it's in the beginning it was fun. Now it's just kind of really tedious. None of these characters are favorites for me, and it's tedious. Her sentences are very long. Love her to death. May she rest in peace, but not my favorite. Nope.
That's kind of sad.
A little. Granted, I didn't give it 5 stars in college either, so I shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
If I were telling you this about Pride and Prejudice, yes, I'd be ready to go outside and blow my brains out. But no, Northanger Abbey, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. So my next game, it's Naruto X Boruto Ultimate Ninja.
Tell everybody who bought that for you.
Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. Did you buy that for me?
I did.
Oh, right. You went and picked that up. Tactica and what else? Mario RPG.
I went to the counter and I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. My husband has given me a list, and I read him the list. And he's like, oh, yeah, we got all those. And he grabbed them for me.
Yeah, that's when we were in Orlando.
In Orlando.
Right.
I got it across the street from Bright Light.
Right.
While they took 2.5 hours to process my stuff.
I thought you weren't going to make it.
I was very afraid.
I really thought you were going to make it.
If I had stopped to get that coffee, I would not have made it.
Oh, yeah.
Did I tell you what I did?
What?
I got off the highway to get the coffee. I got stuck at a red light. I watched my watch. I immediately got back on the highway when the light turned. Like, nope, no time for coffee today.
Nope. Okay, so Naruto X Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Collections. It is an arena. Is that what it's called? An arena fighter? I think so. So you have this giant circular field, right? And one character's over there, and you're over here, and you have to go fight each other with one button. So you fight with the circle button, just doing your combos, and you have abilities like your ninjutsu, so you can do Naruto's Rasengan. You just press triangle and circle. And he goes like Rasengan, and he hits him with a ball of wind. Anyways, I love the Naruto games, the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm fighting games. They have been a guilty pleasure for a very, very long time. So like I told you.
Why is it guilty, though?
Do I look like the type that would enjoy Naruto?
No.
Exactly. So back when I was in high school, I watched. My cousin got me into Naruto. He lent me a couple of DVDs. I watched them. Then I would go to the local mom and pop anime shop and buy them for $15 a season. And I watched all of Naruto, right? And then they started doing filler episodes while the manga caught up into Shippuden, and then Shippuden was animated into, an anime. So I never watched Shippuden. So what I did is I played the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm games because they did a very good job of telling you the story of what happened in the Naruto anime. And I think Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 has the best recap of the entire thing. Because I think that one goes all the way from Naruto being a little kid all the way till the end of the great Fourth Ninja World War. This one has two major modes. It has the history mode where you go through the major fights of the series. They kind of like give you a recap in between fights. And you go from like when Naruto's a little kid, when he starts learning more about being a ninja, when he's actually an adult. Well, not an adult, because he's 15 when he comes back to the village. And you go all the way till the end of the story where he fights the goddess of the moon or whatever she's called. And it does a pretty good job because there were a bunch of things that I didn't remember that happened. And there are a bunch of things that I didn't know that happened that they talked about. And a lot of fucking people die in Naruto. A lot of people get killed. And I forgot how eye-centric some of these people in Naruto are. Let me explain. Because you're looking at me all stupid.
Like eye-centric?
Yes.
What?
Yes. Okay.
Like eyeball?
Yes. Because there's a clan called the Uchiha clan. This clan has a special ability called the Sharingan, which basically their eye turns red. Their iris turns red, and they can see. It's never really explained well. I don't know if it's they can see chakra better, or they can see a little bit into the future, or whatever. But the Sharingan is grown through emotional distress. So a way to make your Sharingan grow and become stronger is by killing your best friend. The other way is by killing a family member. And then there's other types of iris, like the Rinnegan, which I don't know what that one does at all, but everyone wants it. So there's a character that gets his eye, like he in a fight, he loses his eye. And when his best friend dies, his best friend tells him, "Take my eye," which is a Sharingan.
And you think I would like Naruto?
Hold up.
You're insane.
Hold up. He's like, "Take my eye. It's a Sharingan. That way you'll have a piece of me forever." And literally, this is how he takes the eye. Look.
Oh, no.
That's it. You don't see anything else. You don't see the socket. You don't see the hole. You don't see him put the eyeball in. Nothing. It's just like grabbing like a piece of trash and hitting yourself in the face with it.
Nope, sorry. Count me out.
But this, so it has eye stuff like that, and it's not a lot. But it's so fucking emotional. Like
I don't care.
The
I don't need
entire
it in my
anime
life.
is super emotional.
I don't care.
I think you should probably give the manga a chance because it's not animated and you don't get to see like eyeballs popping or being ripped out or anything.
I'm good.
I don't know where the nail clipper is.
Damn it.
Stop. Anyways, so once you beat that the story of Naruto, I just did it to get caught up, right? I really enjoyed it because, it's a bunch of fights and all that stuff. Then they have an extra mode, which is like a made for the game only story following Boruto, which is Naruto's son. And I played some of it and I liked it because the history is just like stills of the anime. And they're telling you kind of like the important plot points that happen in the story, which is a great way to experience it. It's really fun. It's fast. It's whatever. But this one is like a whole animated thing. So it's like in-game animated. There's fights. There's stuff going on. It's a whole lot different from the history mode. And I started it and I did enjoy like the first chapter, which is all that I got to play before I started Yakuza. And it's fun. You have like 100 and something characters to choose from to fight on multiplayer fights. You have online modes, you have collectibles, all that stuff. It's a very good package for the price. If you want to get into Naruto, I would say go with Ninja Storm 4, A Road to Boruto. I think that one is the best way to experience the Naruto story. But if you just want like a recap and more new Naruto fighting, and they did make some changes to the fighting that I think are great. Like when you finish a fight, it doesn't just stop and then reloads everything. Like you just continue right back up where the fight ended. It's good. It's really, really good. I really enjoyed what I played of it. I am going to go back to it after I finish Like a Dragon just to clean up all that Boruto stuff because I really don't know anything about Boruto. I even started reading the manga for Boruto. That's how into Naruto I am right now. Yeah, that's it.
It's impressive.
So what's your last book?
My final book is The Dragon's Bride by
God.
Katie Robert. So you actually went to Barnes & Noble all by yourself and got me this book. You remember that?
I don't.
I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
I do remember it.
I do declare.
I do declare. What in tarnation? Okay.
Oh, sugar.
So I only read
Wait. What was that kid's name? With Tucker with 2 Ks?
Tucker.
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 Tucker. What's a really country last name?
McGee.
What?
McGee.
Tucker McGee.
Tucker McGee.
Oh my God. Anyway.
Fucking kid.
So I've read one other Katie Robert book. It was while I was Ubering. I listened to it, Neon Gods, and it was trash. But I saw the cover of this with this dragon and this woman looking like a Harlequin romance. And I'm like, I need to read it, even though it'll probably be terrible. So hubby went and got it for me. And this is the synopsis. Briar Rose might have a name out of a storybook, but she learned at a very young age that no prince was coming to save her. She'll have to save herself. Unfortunately, even that is an impossible task in her current situation, trapped in a terrifying marriage to a dangerous man. Desperate times call for desperate measures, which is how she finds herself making a deal with a demon. Freedom from her husband in return for 7 years of service. She expects the service to be backbreaking and harsh. She doesn't expect to be put on an auction block in a room full of literal monsters and sold to the highest bidder. To Saul, a dragon. He might seem kinder than his fearsome looks imply, but she knows better than to trust the way he wants to take care of her, or how invested he is in her pleasure. In her experience, if something seems too good to be true, it certainly is. Falling for Saul is out of the question. She suffered enough, and she has no intention of staying in this realm, even if she leaves her heart behind when she returns to her normal life. A Deal with a Demon novel. There's a whole series. I want the next book. I want it.
Okay,
I want it right now.
Is she the same lady that wrote Velociraptor Boyfriend? Or
No, that's not her.
Or like My Triceratops Dom or something?
No, she's not the dragon. Oh, wait, she's not the dinosaur author.
She's not the dinosaur author.
People are really into monster romance these days.
Weird fucking furries.
Yeah, so this book doesn't start off that great. It honestly doesn't end that great. The middle's not that great, but I almost DNF'd it. I made it about 20 pages in until I picked it up again this week, and I devoured it.
Yeah, you did.
I devoured it. Granted, it's very short. It's only 183 pages long. Yeah, only 183 pages. But considering that I basically have not read in the last 3 months, reading 160 pages in 2 days is a lot for me. I planted myself on that couch in the evenings and I happily finished it. I looked up from it to tell you that the dragon had 2 dicks. My mom also heard me because I was sitting there reading it and she's like, "Is that the book with the dragon with 2 dicks?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, it is." Yeah, there's lots of spies. I mean, that's essentially all it is. Once they get going, I mean, it's so unrealistic because she goes into his little realm or whatever after the auction. And she's flirting with him and everything. And she's like, "Oh, what's wrong with me? I'm flirting with a dragon?" And she gets all horny and is touching herself, and he's like sniffing her out. And then boom, they're banging, 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 happily ever after. It's wonderful.
He's sniffing
Yeah.
her out.
Yeah. Not like sniffing her out.
That's what it sounded
he went to
like.
her door to talk to her, and he could smell her touching
Salmon.
herself. Huh?
Her salmon,
Ew. That's gross.
her codfish.
And they describe, she describes just enough of his dragonness that it's easy to forget that he's a dragon. Except, he has 2 dicks, so that part you can never forget.
Are they scaly? Are they?
It doesn't say anything about them being scaly.
If she chops them up, do they regenerate like
Oh
Godzilla?
my god, probably. I mean, he looks a little bit like Godzilla, doesn't he? Just a little bit.
Kind of, but Godzilla kind of has like this little.
Like a baby version of Godzilla.
Godzilla has like a dog face. Like he looks like very puppy-ish.
I guess.
Isn't that weird how I've always attributed his
weird.
face? Like,
It's very weird.
every time I see him, I just think dog.
Yeah, I need to look up a picture of his face from last night. Although it kind of made me giggle, like how much you could see his eyes, like how much
Right.
they showed. Because I
Right.
feel like a lot of them, you can't really see his eyes. Does that make sense?
A lot of them, he's also a rubber suit.
I mean,
So,
true.
he did have like kind of like beady eyes.
hmm
But
like also like when he was firing up and you saw him like white it out. Holy shit, that was horrifying. Horrifying.
and how he would inhale before releasing the atomic breath. Mm-hmm. He does kind of look doggish.
Yeah, a little bit.
He looks
like Luna.
He looks like a puppy. He looks like a good boy.
He does look like a good boy.
You're a good boy,
A
Godzilla.
very good boy. No, he was a bad,
He was a
bad boy
very
yesterday.
fucking bad boy.
He was so bad. Oh man, he deserved a whooping.
He did get a whooping. A real good whooping.
Anyway, this is very much just like a really pornographic Beauty and the Beast story, but aren't all monster romances kind of pornographic Beauty and the Beast stories?
Does it have a Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Then it's a Beauty and the Beast.
They're all Beauty and the
story.
Beast stories. Yep, with dick or 2 dicks.
Two dicks.
Now, one of them I know is like some octopus monster. I'm wondering if he has 8.
I wonder, does he come out of both, or does he like have one for peeing and one for coming?
He comes out of both in this one.
It's like,
So basically,
like a picture. Wait.
No.
Before you go, all I can picture is the gun from Nero from Devil May Cry. He has a revolver with 2 barrels, and when he pulls the trigger, it goes like boom, boom. So that's what I picture. The trigger's like boom, 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 boom. One from the top, one from the bottom.
Because like they'll be banging. He does his thing, and he's like, "I'm gonna fill you up, bitch." And he rips out the other one and just slams it into her everywhere. Most of the time, it was
Just
just
has
like
like a floppy dick, just like hitting her butt like that.
No, so like they would do it with the bottom one and let the top one just like rub her off.
Just like started a fire.
And she'd like sort of give him like a halfway hand job while they were doing it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
And they have a
gross.
baby at the end. Yay.
Is he half scaly?
They didn't really describe how she looked. Hyacinth.
Hyacinth? Yes, high as shit.
It was just fun. Like, it's not a good book. It's really not. The writing is not good. It's not a groundbreaking story by any means, but I enjoyed it, and that is all that fucking matters.
Okay, I am going to shame you.
Okay. Thanks.
I'm going to shame you. If this lady can write that fucking stupid book, and that dildo from my high school wrote a fucking book too, why haven't you started writing yours? I 100% guarantee that you are...
Christian,
you
did
are
we not
smarter.
discuss an hour ago how depressed I am?
I know for a fact that you're 100% smarter than the dildo from high school that wrote a book.
Oh my God.
And I'm pretty
What
sure
if
you're...
that dildo from high school listens to our podcast and they
Fuck
know
you.
that you're talking about them?
You're publishing a book and you went with me to high
You
school?
just lost one of our
Fuck
5
you.
listeners.
And she wrote that terrible book, and you loved it, you can write your book.
It's so pretty. It's so... This is a book that you would like see people reading on the subway. It's like, this is what your grandma's romances look like today.
It's for people who grew up watching too much Care Bears. What is that face?
I'm disturbed.
Give him some tender Care
No, I
Bear
mean, think
loving.
about it. Like all the horny mamas years and years ago reading all their Harlequin romances.
God, can you imagine
This is what
what
that
these
is
kids
now.
that are watching Bluey now are going to be reading when they grow up?
Doggy romances? That's disturbing. No.
Yeah,
no.
let's go into my last game.
Yeah, goodbye.
My last game, 007 Everything or Nothing. I'm playing the PlayStation 2 version on my Steam Deck. I wanted to play this game so bad because Thrak wouldn't shut up about it last time we played something online, which was like 2 or 3 months ago.
Y'all haven't played in that long?
We're waiting for Burger Champ.
Oh.
Because
Come on, Burger Champ.
Alien Hominid Invasion came out. That is such
Look
a
at his
good
eyes.
picture. That's such a good picture.
It's even
of Godzilla.
blurry.
Oh yeah,
And a good picture.
yeah.
I'm just gonna go look at pictures of Godzilla.
Can you put
and I'll
your phone
imagine him
down?
having 2 dicks.
Karradyne, don't do that to my son.
He's too much of a big booty bitch to have a dick.
That's what you get.
He's a woman.
He has a train and everything in his hands.
Bless him.
I just threw a stuffed Godzilla that I have at Karradyne. Anyways, so yeah, we haven't played in like 2 or 3 months because Alien Hominid Invasion came out and I bought it for Burger Champ. And Thrak was like, yeah, let's all play it. And Burger Champ is like, I can't play for a while. So we're waiting on him. I think we might just start Halo or something while we wait for Champ. Because it's fun playing
You're
with
gonna
Thrak,
play Halo?
right? That's so weird,
I might have to divorce you.
right? I
Yeah.
might have to divorce myself.
Yeah.
Anyways, so it's a third-person game. It doesn't follow any of the movies, Everything or Nothing, and it's Pierce Brosnan, right? And you have like the whole cast of the James Bond movies from that era. So you have John Cleese, you have Judi Dench, you have Willem Dafoe as the bad guy, you have the long-forgotten singer Maya as one of the Bond girls, you have Heidi Klum as another Bond girl, right? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that was
Work?
my work computer. Yeah, that was weird. Anyways, so it's third person. You go through like events from a movie. There's like car scenes where you chase other stuff in a car. Like there's a scene where Heidi Klum gets kidnapped, right? And you have to drive your Porsche Cayenne SUV to catch up to this train.
You're what?
Porsche Cayenne.
You're what?
Porsche Cayenne.
Porsche?
Porsche?
I've heard it called a Porsche and
I
a
said
Porsche.
it in Spanish.
Oh.
Porsche.
Oh. Okay.
Porsche Cayenne.
Okay. Nice save there.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Your Porsche Cayenne, right? Stop looking at pictures
Sorry.
of Godzilla.
It was a good movie.
Stop sexualizing him.
Oh my god, I'm not. I just want to look at his eyes.
Little beady eyes.
Little beady eyes. His gigantic head. Anyway,
And his
sorry.
BBL.
Porsche Cayenne.
Right? And you have to drive it to the train, get under the train, and then you climb up. And then there's bad guys in there like Jaws from the old Bond movies like Moonraker and whatnot. And you get to fight them. So it's kind of like a new Bond adventure with Pierce Brosnan. But it kind of pays homage to like the old Bond stuff. So there's like these moments where they give you 00 points. So for example, there's one where the city's kind of like crumbling down around you, like they're bombing the city and whatever, or the desert. And there's like the regular path, and then there's this jump. And if you take that jump, right, they give you 00 points.
Oh.
Or if you're like fighting a bunch of people and like you knock one over a railing and he falls to his death, that's a 00 point. Or if you go through a whole stage and you're quiet and you're knocking everybody out without them noticing you, that's more 00 points. So it like rewards you for thinking like James Bond and doing shit that you think he would do. So it's so much fun. Like this game was fantastic. That's what I did last Sunday all day. I just sat on the couch and played James Bond on the Steam Deck. And every once in a while, your mom would be like, "Is he playing a James Bond game?"
He is.
So we go like, ba-da, ba-da, ba-da-da.
Or you'd hear Pierce Brosnan, mostly Jack Gleason. What's his name?
John Cleese.
John Cleese. And Judy. Dame Judy.
Yeah. It's like, do bring them back, 007. And James Bond is like, fuck you. I'm not doing shit. It was great. It's such a fun game. I'm going to try to finish it soon because there's another one that they made from the movie From Russia with Love with Sean Connery, and they brought back Sean Connery to voice Bond. In that era, it was like 2005.
That day.
So
Rest in peace.
I think I'm going to ride this 007 wave all the way to the end and play all of the old Bond games because they're a bunch of fun.
Do it.
It's so much fun. So, are we ready for garbage, or do we want to call it?
You know what? Let's call it and record again tomorrow or Tuesday.
I can't tomorrow.
Tuesday.
You really want to leave garbage out?
Yeah. Only because we have a bunch of shit to do and it's almost 1:00.
I feel like garbage wouldn't be that long.
Are you sure?
It's just one thing.
It's always just one thing.
Yeah, and usually it's like 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, come on. Let's go.
Okay.
This
All
is
right.
garbage! Ha.
What the fuck happened?
I don't know.
All right, that is Give Me the Garbage.
This week's restaurant is not really a restaurant. It's a dinner show. The Hoop Dee Doo Musical Revue at Walt Disney World Resort and Casino.
What was the song?
Huh?
What was the song that they sang?
Hoop Dee Doo, Hoop Dee Doo. I don't know the rest of the words. Oh boy. So your dad is in his musical dinner show. He's in his dinner show era. Your dad. He is. We need to make him a t-shirt in my dinner show era.
My dinner show era.
Because every time they come to Orlando, he wants to go to a dinner show. Mm-hmm. Really badly.
Okay, so he wanted to go to what's it called? The Knights one.
Medieval Times.
Yes, he wanted to go to Medieval Times, but it was very expensive, and
this was the same price, if not more.
Yes, but the difference is that the food wasn't very good, apparently.
Yeah, that's true.
Times.
Most dinner show food is not very good.
So we went to Capone's instead, and that was fucking trash.
Yeah.
That was absolute fucking garbage.
I had a migraine, which just made it worse.
Like, what was it? Grandma's Trio was like lasagna, slop, and salad.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking bad.
It's terrible.
It was like Fazoli's at a dinner show.
No. Fazoli's is better.
That's true. No, it's like the Valdosta Fazoli's at a dinner show because the one in Columbus is actually very good and more on their game. I would say the one in Columbus is fine dining compared to the one in Valdosta.
I think the one in Columbus you think is better because the only time we went was after
because we were crying into our food after watching Rocket lose his friends.
After watching Guardians 3, so our tears seasoned the food.
Oh,
So
God.
Capone's was hot fucking garbage.
It was so bad.
Trash. Except for that one dancer. That one dancer was very cute.
None of the men were cute.
The one with the cheeks.
It was like one man.
The one girl with the cheeks.
I know.
She was cute.
Okay.
Anyways.
Didn't care that your wife was sitting there with a migraine and ready to blow her brains out because gotta look at the cute girl with the cheeks.
You could have checked her out too.
Oh my God.
You're kind of gay.
Anyway.
So We had, before we decided to go to fucking Capone's, we talked up Hoop Dee Doo and we tried to get reservations and we weren't able to. Remember?
We tried to get Hoop Dee Doo reservations after the Capone's disaster.
No,
we tried to get
no,
Hoop Dee Doo
no.
reservations for when they were here a year ago at Christmas.
We tried to get reservations for Hoop Dee Doo before we decided to go to Capone's.
Did we?
Yes.
I think Hoop Dee Doo was still closed at that point.
Yes.
They were closed for a long time.
They were.
Because of the pandemic.
So you managed to get...
I just happened to look at the reservations, when we got back from Boston and we were still in Orlando, and I just happened to think about it.
Right.
And they were there. So, called your mom, like, hello.
You want to do this?
Reservations are available if you want to do this. Because, I mean, she and I both had stocked those reservations for like a week.
Right.
And there was nothing. It was gone the minute they dropped.
You know, it's funny. She was skeptical about the whole situation. She was like, do we really want to? Is it going to be good? Like, Capone's burned her so bad that she didn't even know if it was going to be worth it.
Yeah, yeah. So we were afraid we were going to be late because it was Friday night.
Mm-hmm. You were with your fucking coffee.
I did not get the coffee.
I know.
I didn't get the coffee. Anyway, it was Friday night in Orlando, and traffic getting to Disney is always bad, no matter what time of day, no matter who all's going to Disney. That whole area just gets bogged down so bad. But thankfully, we made it in just enough time, and like it's at Fort Wilderness, which is the campgrounds near Magic Kingdom. When you get there, you have to hop on a bus because it's like at the back of Fort Wilderness, up against the.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It's up against the water where you can like see Magic Kingdom.
If we would have walked, we would have gotten there faster than with the bus.
Because they kept having to make stops at the little campsite.
Because the bus goes into the whole
campsites.
campsite. It circles the entire property before it gets to where the place is.
Well, either way, you gotta hop on a bus and go back. Yeah, I guess you could walk if you were there early enough, but we were not.
It would have taken us it would have taken us less time to walk than it did taking the bus.
Oh, well. Anyway, you hop on a bus. They'll take you back to the settlement, to Pioneer Hall, which is where Hoop Dee Doo is. And the pricing is different, obviously, based on like how close you are. But, like, they have the floor, and then they have a big balcony.
Which is the way to go.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper, and it's still expensive. It's like $65 per person. And depending how large your party is, the gratuity is included in your charge, which is why it was so much. Yeah. Should I say how much it was?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so there were 5 of us, right?
6.
5.
Wait. 5.
Yeah. 5 people on the top floor. Gratuity included was $330. Yeah. It was a lot of money. So
okay, hold up.
You gonna do the math?
Yep.
330 divided by 5.
Oh, that's not bad. 66 per person.
Yeah, that's what I said. 65,
For
60.
that amount of food.
So basically, I
do like the balcony more because you get a better view of the whole show.
I just wish that we had been at the where we didn't have to turn around. Because where we were on the sides, we had to turn around. I wish that it were easier for the servers, that you could put the table against the railing and just have you look down, you know. But I know it's really hard for the servers because they're bringing out trays and trays full of food.
And I also like, another reason why I like upstairs is because it's not crowded. There's not like a bunch of tables on top of you.
Yeah, downstairs is a little bit crowded. It's not terrible.
Kind of insane downstairs.
But, because we had done it once before when we had friends who were still cast members, so we got to do it at a discounted rate. And we sat upstairs, but we were on the backside so that we didn't have to turn around to watch.
Right.
Which I thought was a little bit nicer. But if I remember correctly, those spots were gone.
I couldn't see shit.
You couldn't see anything?
No, I couldn't see shit
I
from
felt
that
like we had a really good view from where we were. We just had to turn around.
Because we were sitting in a circular table, and I was like, on the back, so I couldn't see anything.
You still had to turn around.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
You guys had to turn around. Miranda had to turn around. I was looking straight, but I couldn't see anything because of the railing. And because we were in the middle of the fucking floor, we couldn't see anything down there.
Okay. Well, anyway, they start off with salad and coleslaw.
And cornbread.
And cornbread.
Don't
forget that cornbread. Coleslaw's pretty good. It's not amazing.
Tasteless.
The salad's fine. It's a regular
salad.
A regular house salad. It's tomato, lettuce.
I didn't care for either of those.
But the cornbread, though. That cornbread is sinful. I don't know how Disney can make something so fucking good. That cornbread is the most moist, the sweetest, the butteriest,
Softest.
You don't even need to add butter to it, but it makes it so much better if you do. Holy shit. I mean, they give you for the 5 of us, they gave us 2 big loaves, one at each end of the table. You and I killed ours pretty quickly. And then we finished off your parents. Well, I took part of it home and then forgot
it. I forgot it. I texted my aunt, like, you better eat that fucking cornbread. And she didn't reply back.
Of course she didn't. And then you can ask for more of any of that if you want to.
Yeah.
You can ask for more of anything, and they'll bring it to you. But it's a lot of food, so we didn't really ask. Well, we got more meat. So basically, then the meal is mac and cheese.
Yes.
Mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yes.
Ribs.
Yes.
Chicken.
Yes.
And hold on, I need to pull up my pictures. Is that it?
I think beans. Didn't they have beans?
Baked beans.
Yeah, baked beans.
Here I'm almost okay. So yes, mac and cheese with breadcrumbs on top, baked beans, fried chicken and ribs, and mashed potatoes. Yes, that's all the food. But we should also mention that the beverages, you can have unlimited soda, well, obviously water, but then there's also bottomless wine, sangria, beer. You can upgrade to the fancier stuff if you want to, but why would you when all of that shit is free? So what, do you drink Yingling or
Bud?
Bud. I had
my dad had Yingling. I finished my Bud, had his Yingling, and then had more Bud.
I had white sangria, and it was wonderful because they bring you little mason jars to drink it out of, but they bring you a whole like decanter thing of
like an extra bottle,
which is really nice. That sangria was awesome. I feel like I remember not liking it last time, but I wasn't much of a drinker. I mean, I'm still not much of a drinker now, but I feel like I have a more refined palate.
Thanks to me.
Now, yeah.
I feel like those decanters or wherever they bring you the extra beer or liquor, those shits were magic.
They really were. I have a picture of it that I'm probably going to have to post pictures on our story instead of...
The reason they were magic is because I drank and drank and drank, and that shit
it never ended. Although our waitress was really good too, even though I stabbed her with a fork. I felt so fucking bad. She went to like take our extra silverware away, and I was like trying to hand it to her at the same time, but with prongs out, and she went to grab it. I shoved, and she like jerked her hand back, but she didn't make any noise. I can't believe she didn't like scream. She's like, happens all the time, and she took it from me. I'm so sorry.
Did you learn your lesson?
Yes.
Don't hand
prong first.
Don't hand out sharp end first.
Yeah, I felt so fucking bad. Oh my God. Okay, so the food.
Mashed potatoes.
Phenomenal. The best mashed potatoes I think I've ever had in my life.
Super.
It doesn't make any sense. It's so
super creamy, soft.
So flavorful. The mac and cheese was really fucking good too. It wasn't the best thing, but it was good.
The mac and cheese.
It was good.
I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't hate it. I also didn't love it. But then again,
really
I don't really love mac and cheese.
That's true. The beans are very zesty.
Beans were good.
Yeah.
Now, the important part.
The meat.
The chicken.
The ribs.
Let's start with the chicken.
Okay. I didn't really eat any chicken.
I want to know what their spice recipe is. Because that chicken was very pepper heavy. Very pepper forward.
It was.
But it wasn't overpowering, and it was fried perfectly.
Yeah.
I had a breast. The first piece that I took was a breast. And it was fried perfectly. Usually when you get fried chicken breast, anywhere, they fucking hammer them and they overdo them. So you get dry meat all the way through. This was perfect. It was perfectly juicy, perfectly crispy, super flavorful. The flavor had seeped into the meat itself.
And the waitress was super nice and came back around with a big bowl of it and let you pick which ones you wanted.
Yeah. And Crystal, my sister, was like, "Did you have the chicken?" Because that's how she talks sometimes.
Bless her.
When she's being stupid, she talks like that. And I was like, "Yeah, get a chicken breast." And she got a chicken breast. And she ate a lot of it, but couldn't finish it.
Bless her heart.
She's like, "It's so good, I want to keep eating."
So I actually like the ribs more than the chicken.
The ribs were fantastic.
And they give you this really good barbecue sauce to put on it, which
Didn't
is probably
put it
just
on.
like Sweet Baby Ray's or
Did
something.
not use the barbecue sauce.
I did, but the ribs just literally fall off of the bone. Like, I don't even know how they're even on that bone because they just drip off of it the minute you put your lips to
This
it.
is something that I like about the ribs. They fall off the bone, but they're not gooey or goopy.
Yeah,
They're
exactly. They're still
tender,
meaty.
but hard. I don't know how to explain it. And again, they do have...
Can we just make a Hoop Dee Doo reservation every time we go to Orlando?
Oh, fuck yeah, I would.
Okay. I mean, it's worth it because you get to eat all you want.
So I got a... I'm sorry. The rib seasoning, I think it's the same as the chicken because, again, it is very pepper heavy, but it's also very flavorful. I got a burnt end of the ribs, like a last little dried up picture of my sister. I got a burnt end piece of the ribs, like a last little dried up, little shriveled up corner. That was so fucking amazing and good. It's like all the seasoning had crusted to it. It had dried up, so it was kind of like jerky, but it was also very tender and soft. I was in heaven eating that piece, and every time she would come back, I would look for more of those little pinky-looking ribs so I can get more.
Hell, I'm in heaven just looking at these pictures.
The food is
so good.
fantastic. And then
So good.
the dessert.
The dessert. They only have strawberry shortcake for
Yes.
dessert. And we thought we remembered not really liking it.
I would have remembered this strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, I think it's changed. I mean, think about how long they were closed, too. So they had time to revamp if they wanted to.
Definitely must have changed it because I would have remembered this strawberry shortcake.
So the plate is covered in strawberry compote. And then you have think about like a personal pan pizza size. It's enough for two people.
But it's big.
Yeah, it's big. Little strawberry shortcake.
Not big, like it's tall.
Yeah, it's thick. Mm-hmm. And it's covered in sugar crystals. And then they put a huge thing of whipped cream.
I think
then a
that's,
strawberry.
Looking at it now, it does look like from a can, but it kind of tastes like
Who
hand whipped.
cares? It's whipped cream. It doesn't matter.
I'm saying it tasted handmade, like the compote. Like it didn't taste like it came out of a can.
Yeah.
I want to be buried in that strawberry compote.
It's pretty fucking good.
The cake it's perfect. It's moist, it's fluffy, it's spongy, it's airy, it's light, it's great. The whipped cream is airy and sweet enough, and it just gives it the cream that it needs to cut through all that acid on the strawberry compote. But holy fucking shit, that strawberry compote was insane. Mm-hmm. It was obviously strawberry heavy because it's strawberry, and it did taste like fucking strawberries, not like other stuff that says it's strawberry and tastes like everything else but.
Right.
It was sweet and it was acidic, so it kind of tasted like a mix of sour strawberries and very sweet strawberries. Could also have been lime that they put in it, but it didn't taste like lime to me.
My favorite part was the crunchy sugar crystals.
Like
the little crunch, just
like the lady came picking up like all of the dessert plates afterwards, and we had like a little bit of like, nope, just kept eating that shit straight from the plate. Like, you're not taking this.
Oh boy.
Oh, that was fantastic.
And it's such a funny show. It's
yeah.
so goofy, but it's funny.
That Clementine song was fucking great.
Yeah. And there's enough adult innuendo, like, that it's not just for the kids.
I remember the lady came up to us and she's like, where are you guys from? And we're like, Georgia, but part of us are from Puerto Rico. She's like, okay, Puerto Rico.
I'm glad she went with the Puerto Rico part. That was fun. Yeah, because at the beginning, they do, like, they do a song for, like, where people are from, and they say, like, cute little phrases along with it. So what she said something about amigos and
something Puerto Rico.
she said something in Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah.
It was very cute.
It's a very, very fun show. The first time we went, I was just so focused on the food and not being able to see shit that I didn't really enjoy it. But this time, it was great. It was really, really good.
Let's go every time.
Yeah. My parents really liked it.
I think we all had a lot of fun.
Yeah, they were very happy with it because then they bring like washboards and shit for you to play. Mm-hmm. Like I kept telling my dad, he's like, "What?" And then he's like, "Oh."
It was fun.
Yeah, it's a very fun show. I kind of want to give this God tier garbage.
What? Really?
Yeah.
I don't know that I would go that far, but with the cornbread, I would. So sure, why not? It's really fucking good. I don't know that I would say God tier.
It's like everything just hit perfect. Like the chicken was perfect, the ribs were perfect.
There was nothing
The
that
size,
was bad.
like the only thing that you could say was bad, and it was just tasteless, was the coleslaw and the salad.
But it's coleslaw and salad. Unless you do it up a lot, it's not going to be.
Because
who's ever going to say that house salad is God tier garbage? Really? Come on. Nobody.
Well, coleslaw, you can make an argument that some coleslaw.
I said house salad, not coleslaw.
House salad, yeah.
The coleslaw from Banchan is God tier garbage.
Yes. Well, everything from Banchan.
God tier garbage.
I think we should give that a revisit.
Yeah, we haven't been there in a long time.
The cake by itself is just
really great.
Yeah, like
the mashed potatoes are so good.
Like the entire time, like because they talk about the food that they're giving you in the show, and when they start talking about the strawberry shortcake, we're like, it's strawberry shortcake, like. Yeah, we haven't had good strawberry shortcake till then.
It was great.
Let's just go garbage for now. But I think it's borderline God tier.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Especially for Disney.
Right?
It's crazy.
Right? Although I have heard that Disney's upping their food because Universal is doing way better food now for everything else. So, like, they started with Volcano Bay and that coconut curry, and now for the other parks, they're, like, doing up, like, their fucking menus. And the Super Nintendo World menu is, like, insane. And so I think Disney's trying to catch up.
I mean, you're paying enough for it. They should make it better.
Right. So, all right. So that's it. Holy shit, almost 2 hours.
It's just the two of us.
Right.
Shit. Oh, just the two of us.
Okay. Anything else you want to say?
If we try. No.
We just lost our monetization on YouTube because you sang that song.
Oh my God, please.
All right. You want to say goodbye?
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.